There we go. Yeah, good morning. I'm gonna have to check things out. Good morning. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I'm your host, Lady Caren, and today is another day in 2023. For the 18th, feels like the 4th. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, 18th, Wednesday, the 18th. Oh, I hope you guys are doing well. Let me see. I checked. I'm not doing much. Oh, I get that from last night. That's the important part. Yeah. We're gonna organize this. I do. I really do. Oh, I don't know the new one. Here we go. There we go. Not really. Yep. Okay. Want to make more noises? Alright, so I wrote a to-do list on yesterday's brain dump. Alright, so we got the deeds. I put down that it's Wednesday. And I'm going to put in the moon phase. Checklist to get more familiar with it. And do it in different ways, build different associations. Wow. I thought that is so cute. I love it. Sagittarius. We're in the waning crescent Sagittarius. That's just where the moon is. And I put on top. That's how I'm convinced. They thought that you could control, witches could control the weather. I think they tracked it, much like the farmer almanac. I think they said, what was the weather like this last year? What happened this last year? They kept it. They understood. They journaled it somehow. I think that's what was in it more, Now we can check the weather. I don't want to check the weather. It's going to be cold anyway. So it's winter. Yeah, this isn't like I'm using this for like 2 different devices. Thanks, spread. I think there's 37 and 38. This is consistently 38 and 39. All right, that's right. I wanted to 38, 39 today. Let's see, very cloudy. Very cloudy. 35% because we want to put the high and very Fahrenheit. I can speak. And that's my different. It's how I start my brain dump. All the things that we've done. I just want to go to bed and sleep until winter is done. Oh, when I get the shopping done. I shop online. It makes it easier for my disabilities. I'm not disabled yet, I'm not built for the shopping store. It drains me. I don't have time to mostly browse all that and the travel. The travel wears me out. Mm-mm. So this is where you dump your brain. I guess I'm done. So I got the to-do list. Things like that RV, fan conversion ideas. Mm, 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 yes. So your to-do list, your things that just pop on your brain, and you just come out and they're disorganized. Then you take from brain dump and you put into a category to-do list, you put into category of ideas on a separate place, and you put it and you redo it, or inspiration came and you put down some sort of inspiration, or you put down projects you want to tackle, or ways you want to organize, like cleaning the basement. And, new different method of cleaning, or the kids.
For some reason, I dreamed about tarantulas.
You had a dream about tarantulas? YouTube. I blame YouTube. I've been watching stuff with YouTube spiders and
No, like I saw a tarantula running down a street, and I was on a bus ready to go to a road trip.
You could have had a physical spider next to you, and your subconscious put the spider that it categorized was tarantula and put it in your sleep.
I tried to pierce my finger through the spider for some reason. And what I wanted to do was grab a knife or something sharp, cut off its head.
We are not spider-friendly people.
Yes. Now,
lots of people love spiders, but
if there is a tarantula near me, I am going to absolutely brutally murder it.
For not just cause.
Oh no! In case it runs wild and starts biting people.
They're called bird spiders because they kill birds. Like I had one kill a bird outside my window when I was growing up. I had an owl, lovely owl, and then I had a big spider. Somebody's pet tarantula got out or something because they're not from here. So I had an owl outside my window growing up. I had a tree. I had a window, and then outside my window was this giant tree. And I had this lovely sounding owl that I would hear in the morning or at night, and sometimes during the day, which would surprise me because at that time I didn't know. I was told, oh, they're nocturnal. They get up various times, so we all do. And so I was taught, so I learned different things about owls. And then one day I no longer had an owl. I had a big old spider in the tree. Somebody's
heartbreaking.
Tarantula. It probably died in the winter. I don't think they do well in the winter. It's a pet tarantula. We don't have tarantulas here in our area. They're not native. So, like, I seen somebody's like scorpion too in Indy, but they're all clear, so they weren't poisonous, or not clear, but they were different color. The white ones, that is poisonous, but still, you don't want to mess with them.
I like snakes.
Yeah.
Not the poisonous ones.
Yeah, snakes are not
More
my.
venomous.
They're not my happy place.
I like what was it? It was a type of snake that wasn't poisonous nor venomous, but when you touched it, it would like to play dead.
You want that one? Yeah, you want one of those. Maybe when you become adult.
What?
Because I just realized I've been at somebody's house who has like too many animals. And I'm like, I want this and this and this and this and this. But then I realized I also want to travel. I realized I also want, this and that. So, I mean, to pick and choose. We already have 2 cats, and I'm considering a sugar glider.
Mm.
And you were talking about an excicalato and talking about like a snake and all that. But the thing is,
Capybara.
1, we have to afford it. 2, we have to house it. 3, we have to make sure its needs are taken care of at any given time. Because what if we go travel and go see, our I'm on camera, I'm filming, so I can't say names. Huh? Yeah, so I'm not saying names. Okay, so to say your older siblings.
I like
my loves.
One of my favorite animals are capybaras. Just to let you know, I don't want an animal capybara.
Animal what?
I don't want an animal capybara. As a
capybara?
Yeah, capybara.
Capybara? What is a capybara?
Capybara.
Capybara.
Yeah, just look up on YouTube and you'll see
adorable pictures.
And a lot of you would just capybara because of this.
But yeah, and other we have to afford it, so we haven't gotten any new pets. Talked about having a dog and talked about all this stuff, but yeah, no. Somebody just had lots of. I wasn't like wait, no, no. And I realized my house is too small for a lot of animals. Good to do. It's yeah, but plants, animals. I'd like to set up an ecosystem where the plants pretty much take care of themselves. With the lighting, automated. That's what the Stardew Valley set up. Like, oh look, you could automate this. Oh, I thought you were getting ready to turn off your. There's coffee. Oh. It's the pod. No, we played with, instead of the pod child who's come to overtake the world, we played with pod child. Identity concept into a new not horror genre. But yeah. But yeah. Before I was filming, trying to set things up, my mind started to wander, and it started to wander towards the concept of religion and science not being so second. What if we got things wrong? If we had fundamental things wrong in religion and fundamental things wrong in science, that we certain concepts realize that it's like, oh, they can't they are coexisting. Spirituality was here long before domesticated priests and before Egypt, priests were turning sticks into snakes. It's miracles. Long before miracles were performed, we were religious. But yet, scientific discovery and learning was occurring. Like logging down where the herds were going. That's biology. That's observing your environment, recording and checking the variables again, the seasons. They've been, we just called it different names. Alchemy, witchcraft. It's just all these other different names. And different types of science, different types of fields of study, different types of discovery and learning. I've been going on well into recorded history, since recorded history, taking stock and inventory of items, learning about your environment. It never changed the molecular level, other than things that are observed change, and any more ways that things that are observed change. The thing about it never changed mineral compensation, but we were religious about it. Neither one maybe neither one is right, but neither one is wrong. Think about some aspects. This is soul friends. It's really out there. It's a concept I observe. I'm not saying this is what this is. Da, 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 da. I'm saying this is a concept that could be explored and further understood, further looked upon, further it's a hypothesis of sorts that can be addressed, looked at, researched, debated, talked about in a healthy manner that allows for it to flourish in the safety of okay. Yeah. The world as we know it might be a little different than how we understand it. Like, I don't know, maybe people are equal, just different. It's worth considering. It's worth considering that maybe because they're crazy, they're not worthless. Maybe you're a little crazy too. Or maybe because they're different than you. They're not less of a person. They're just different. Maybe because they love differently, and it's not something you're familiar with. The ways that you've been taught. I was in a unique position to question all the things that I had previously learned. And I was in a position where it was a healthy place to do so. Very healthy. So, that considered, so I ended up with different conclusions to stuff. I realized that lighting is poor. So I don't want to break it right now. I'll get to it. And I should do things, but also sometimes need a break and come back to it. It can be better. This is kind of long. Look at this. This is squares. This is where I started. Look at this. Okay, where I wasn't looking for squares, but you can tell where it's uneven. but I don't think I'm selling this one. If I sold this one would have to be like $100 for the amount of hours that I'm putting in it, the amount of material, and to be able to afford to buy that material. Okay, I gotta go let Trouble know. Hey, Trouble. You have an alarm going off downstairs. Do you hear me? You hear that? I've been using this as a little stepper thing. That's what I do. Alright, so this I've been doing an interesting, I don't know if it's a half stitch or something. Oh, I didn't. Did I? Why am I over here? What happened? Ah! What did I do? What was I thinking? I must have been trying to do this while the other one was play by race. I'm thinking, play. Let's go. Because this is not on the right count here. Okay. Or the right place. Oh, this stitch from this little spot thing is pretty handy. See if I can get it to here. I just want to do this for a little bit. Alright, so what I've been doing, you can see here, I have a single in the spaces rather than in the stitch. I'm putting it in the space under the stitch. This is a double, as far as I'm aware. I want to call it a double. Of course, somebody just kind of taught me. They didn't show me from a book how to read patterns or anything. So I've been kind of exploring it since my first mother-in-law showed me. And she was awesome. I just loved her work. And it's just like, wow, the coolest thing ever. So this double stitch, and then going into, I want to say a half double or some sort of single and a double or something. I'll show you the stitch in a minute, what I'm doing. But so I'm going into 2 to every space. Alright, so I do it over, which means I grab it before I put it in. And then I put it in the same space because I'm doing 2. You can see that I had a single thing. Grabbing, pulling through, and then I have 3 on there. So I grab, pull all the way through all 3. I don't know what that stitch is called. But again, I grab, I go into the next space. They say hold, but I'm like, oh, I don't call it hold, I call it space. Because it's like, I don't know, to feel the essence of the word. Anyways. So I go in, pull it, and then I have 3 loops upon my hook, crochet hook. And then I pull it all the way through. So that's the first 2, second. Alright, so I over, through, space, and pull through. And then I have 3, I grab, I pull all the way through. So that's what I've been doing to these. So then double. That was, and you can see when you pull up along that stitch, you can see the 2 of those. So since it's a double, I just put 2 in the space, and it seems to be pretty even here. It's not curving or anything. So through this, all right. So it's over, space through the first one, pull through, grab, pull through. And then, I like going through the spaces because it's faster instead of, it feels like it's faster for me rather than going front stitch, back stitch, or anything like that. And then That's a second, and I can tell. It's very visual to see that stitch in there, to see both of those two stitches into the single space. It's very visual. It's very obvious to me, so I can see where I've been and where I'm going with my work, where it's very clear. So I Googled why in the world holes in Afghans keep us warm. It's holes. You would think that it says it keeps air pockets. So I'm not thinking that if you sleep naked under it or something, it creates air pockets that hold heat. So what's the explanation that I got for it? At internet. Somebody had asked it as well, and it's on a Reddit. There are no stupid questions. Um, I thought that was a good Reddit to be. I think I'm subscribed to it. I'm not totally sure. This is so fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't mind making it with holes. I just don't want too many holes. I like so it feels like I save material by doing double stitches. And I can get through it faster with doing double stitches. I feel like. I have no idea. I'm not shaped long enough to go, oh, this is what's going to happen, and this is not going to happen yet. So as I become more familiar, I want a blanket. It's cold. I have been colder, and apparently my body temperature has been to shoot up because my kid's like, but you're so warm. You're hot now. I did not have a fever. But I've also been eating differently and trying to exercise, so I don't know if I've showed you guys, but I did. Okay, so we buy ramen noodles. We took the ramen noodles and pierced a hole in there with a sharp object, and then we put a cake in there. I just pulled a sucker through. I can put this all in here when I'm down, while I'm in the middle of it, and I got that. So that makes things easier as I just pull through. I need more. I just carry this box around and put it away. I don't have a lid for it yet, but it's fun. It works. It comes in handy. I want to finish this. So I'm gonna try. See, it's up. It's two. For me, I can tell it's two. Where one stitch begins and one stitch ends. Just kind of made sense. I don't think it's like a half double stitch or something, or a single something single. But the single stitch I learned, you don't go over, you just go through and just go through, grab your fabric and make a stitch. I like it because it can become a continuous motion and it goes through pretty easy, pretty fast. I just love how this like linear I find it fascinating. The linear line of yarn just becomes this really, well, this is a two-dimensional, but I mean, people make stuffies and all sorts of like three-dimensional looking things. I thought about making dolls. It's challenging. I'm not there yet. So a lot of slow experimentation to get doll big. Yeah. You know. Okay. Yeah. But I like this blanket, you know. I have to. So I set up a chess between my youngest and my fiance, my belly, and I was impressed by 5-year-old so good at chess for being 5. To my eyes, there would be a lot of repetition of what can this do? What can this, what can this thing move? Like, I mean, my older children, when they started playing chess, it was mostly the horses playing with the bishop. And, I'd show them several moves and I'd push them to learn 1 or 2 more and then let them play. I'd push them to a point and then let them play. And then, like, yeah, no. They didn't at 5, they learned to play chess, but they learned a slower pace for them, and that's fine. They're not strategic yet, so and it's different. So I wasn't expecting my youngest to just like pick it up from their older sibling as much as they did, And setup is a little screwy yet. So I'm like, but they're 5. And the fact that they could have they no doubt they have the pods down. And they've got the whites on one side and the darks on the other. So that's the they got that king and queens roughly in the same spot and the 2 rooks going on the same right next to each other. It's like, 5, of course, developing, that's phenomenal for their age and their point. That is just phenomenal. I am blown away. I'm impressed. I'm like, okay, this is something you see, I want them to enjoy it at this point, to really play. But they seem to we can't go into that. Yeah. So the homeschooling, I'm letting her pretty much take interest in things, ballet, chess, counting, lots and lots of counting, lots and lots of I let her ask or lead. I'm introduced, but it's not like, hey, sit down and do this. No, that's not going to work for her. That's not providing her um, her learning. So yeah, it's a little different. But I'm thinking I might. I want to kind of today grab her a like Montessori had. Dr. Montessori was phenomenal in her research and learning and providing for young children to learn the basis in which they would learn that they could excel at learning because she gave them a fundamental measuring, a practice of articulating common environments, Yeah, I love it. But yeah, for my older one, the arts was one of the other big factors for my child going to a different school, would be the arts. They're just as crazy as he is, in ways that he is crazy. He's friends, people, strips his friends. He's attached to a lot of the people there, and it's phenomenal. He can be as different as he wants, and that's the norm. Or he could be just like what he thinks everybody else is like, and that's the norm. And he's in a happy place. It's just, and that practice of the arts really just in a setting where it's as normal as doing math and science and social studies. It's just, that is phenomenal. So the creative process and learning to practice the creative process and learning to get that excited at us, because I think that's where we would yeah, our type of life, I think it would do better for us if we practiced the arts. Try reconnecting. Oh, I should let you guys go. I was going to finish this row. I like it. I'm enamored with how, like, I did this. Oh, this was me. I kind of love fun thing. I should show you guys how to do this. But, yeah. So I changed. The first one was a chain. Then I think I did I don't know what that is. Half double. Then a double. Then I did a strange combination because I wanted a single stitch. I wanted something thicker, tighter, not double. And so I did a strange combination because I didn't want it to do that thing where it curved. So I did to straighten it out. I did something where like doing two of the same stitch here. I did like a singly one. Then I did a doubly, and like in the space I did one. And then the next space I did like two. And then the next space I did a single and a stitch into the space. And then the next space I did two stitches. Yeah. And doing a combination of that allowed for me to get this single in here and two rows of singles. Once I rediscovered or remembered how to do single stitches. So I did two rows, I think this is two rows of singles. So I did double, I did the strain stitch, and then I did two of the singles, and then on top of that I did a double, and I did every other stitch. I did the double into the every other stitch. I did like chain three at the end. My edges are not very straight. That's I'm learning. Definitely learning. So I got this one. This one's pretty oddly straight. Yeah. I'm close. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I wonder if the light Yeah, I know that light shouldn't be on there because I've got that light coming, but eh, hmm, eh, eh, eh. Do without the glasses. Oh my gosh, I can see the shiny forehead. I did not bother to wear makeup. I think I have foundation or concealer or foundation or something. I need to pick up makeup. Everything for the YouTube. But yeah. So living with autism and ADD for me, and the parts of the spectrum in which I am on, it's a very intriguing type of world. I've got both professionally diagnosed ADHD and autism diagnosis, and it's been interesting. Like revisiting. There's always that point where you look through it through the lens of an autistic person, and I used to think autism was only people who couldn't talk, who were kind of like and roll around in circles, and people who the everything bothered them, and they called it staticky. Um, no, there's a whole world being processed in here mentally. Our intellect is up there. Our empathy is on a whole nother plane level. Um, where we put our brain power, where we put our processing, where we put our emotional and our hormonal is phenomenally different. Um, and the world is better for it, and better for having typical what we're traditionally understanding what the world is like and what people are like. Back when they used I realized I put the setting on, I'm like, no, it's not for children, but now, yeah, I did put restrictions on this, like, 18-year-old listeners. I'm like, yeah, further, the history of us people, civilization, how uncivilized we were, what we know now because of how bad it was. Tragic. We can't move forward without certain concepts being laid out and understood and employed. And moving forward without those concepts seems to be very disruptive, like equality, inclusion, trade instead of war. Yeah, it's been interesting. I've had interesting thoughts. So I'm going to let you guys go for today, and I will hop on here tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. I shouldn't even be on here. Just realized today's Wednesday. I'm like, I'll look at the date, but did I look the day? I wrote the day. I must have just associated it with shopping day and then like, oh, I need a break. So yeah, I wasn't good to get on here today, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. We'll see what we're doing tomorrow. Mwah. Yeah, love you guys. Until next week, I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much for joining, liking, and subscribing.